Hello everyone, thank you for watching and welcome back to all those who have seen me before. Make sure you hit that notifications bell and subscriptions bell. But what you're seeing here is the problems that I was having with my Bluetti not working and all the different videos from this crackhead couple to this guy that could be a terrorist. Based off the blueprint of bullets and him talking about his guns, but I was beyond frustrated, if you recall. Then I came across Mr. Egghead's video. He's a smart guy, this dude. He's got some great ideas for the Bluetti. He just doesn't take it full measure and show you how to do things. And I mean, actually dissecting the machine itself. He never showed how to do that in his video here, but anyway, here we go. So this was what my Bluetti was doing. The screen comes on, which is good, but you can see it. And here it start beeping. Got our faults. So we can see we have battery low voltage and the BMS low voltage battery maintenance system, I believe that stands for. And that's all of our recent faults. And then it shuts off before we can do anything else. But the green ring stays on. You can see the power button getting very fidgety here. Powered off. Powered on again so we can get our display screen up. Ready? Let's power back up so we can get our display screen on. Tell me it's going to power up now. There we go. Let's say we just clear the faults and go back. It clicks every time we do something. Back. Click, hear that? The adapter clicks when I go back, and then it turns off. Only to find all of these were unnecessary steps. All along, all that I needed to do was simply clear the faults and then not touch anything else on the LCD screen so as it had some time to charge. Got our display screen going here. But like the old saying goes, live and learn, right? So if I just cleared the faults, this is what you're going to do if it happens to you. Clear the faults and just leave the screen. Get your hands off of it once they're cleared. But do it immediately and stop doing all the things I'm doing here. Because, wow, that's a major setback. And that will save you 18 or 19 hours of messing with your device. You really don't need to spend that amount of time messing with it. And that's why letting it be was just the best thing, because I was talking on the phone, like I said, just really was very nonchalant and cavalier, not expecting it to work at all. And so when it turned on, not only was I, pleasantly surprised what do I need to do here. Power button on, screen on, clear the faults, and then leave it be so it had time to charge. And that's not what I did until 19 hours later, 18 hours later and change. You got to give a guy some time to make this video here and put it together for you all. But anyway, that's how you fix the Bluetti. You keep her plugged in for, some people say 12 hours. I say go for 24. And just clear the faults right away. And then don't touch the screen. You will notice, like in my video here, it was getting a partial charge. It was a real low one. But I believe it was, starting up. Because it was getting about 91 watts in. And now she's running it for well over 439, around 439 watts in currently. So just clear those faults right away and let the screen be. Leave it like that. It says zero intake, but it started to say something, but I had to press something, and I effed it up right there, by touching it. Don't touch it. Just clear the faults and let it be, please. For the love of humanity. Does this mean I just leave the green power light on, and it will continue to charge? And it did drop down from that 389 number to 0 right away. Any comments and help is much appreciated. So I wasn't receiving either comments nor help, but I'm going to give it to you right now. Don't do that. Just clear the faults and leave the screen be. Leave the screen be after you clear the faults. That's why it's going to die. See? Boom. It died again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and getting the same ones, but you continue to do it. See, if I just left it there without going through the log and trying to scroll through everything, it would have been just fine. But my dumb monkey ass Had to keep screwing around with it, thinking I could play Nutty Professor and figure this thing out, and then it would die. And I just kept doing it over and over and over again. Because if you see my other videos, yes, well, maybe I'm just a tad wee bit what they might call insane. But in one of those fun, lovable ways I like to think. That beeping, I keep thinking like I'm making a fucking frozen dinner. It's starting to drive me, like, beyond nuts. You know, and there I go. I screw it up again. I lutz it up like a shithead. Because I have to start fucking with the buttons on the menu. Just leave them be. Now it's gonna die. Ready? Bam! You just flatlined it again. Oh, geez, I'm getting your power rings on, but how come it's not getting its battery? Just... we're happy now. So now here I sit, a very happy Bluetti owner, and I'm gonna show y'all why. I've pretty much given up on my Bluetti entirely. Every time I turned it back on, the green power light in the upper left corner, as you can see indicated on the screen, would just eventually go off after about 5 to 10 minutes. It really varied like that. And as you can see here in the upper right hand corner, looking at our LCD screen, now I have a 435 watt intake because it's plugged into the house. Whereas you can see in my prior video, it wasn't taking any power in, and it was just turning itself off within under 30 seconds. So, what did we do? We prayed. I'm a big man, big believer in faith, almighty. Some of you might not like that. Well then, maybe I don't like you. So I put my hand on her there, after I fired her on right there. And the faults button came on. There's that orange beeping you've been seeing throughout this video in that lower left corner of the screen there. I hit the back arrow twice to clear it. But I did it immediately. I had my hand on the handle up here of the Bluetti, and I was on the phone with my friend. And all of a sudden it started taking a charge in at about 391. As you can see in the upper right corner of the LCD. 391. So in a scenario where very little to nothing changed on my Bluetti, you might be wondering what I did differently in order to fix it. Well, what I did was I just kept it plugged into the house, same as it had been, and I let it be for a very, very long time. They say give it about 12 hours. I had already done that because we're on day 3 here. So I gave it 18 hours. Patched together this little video, and it'll be about 19 hours total, you know, before we know what the final percentage is at on the Bluetti. Not final, but where we're at currently. All I needed to do all along is in that lower left image where it says faults on the LCD screen there, when it was beeping like I was making a microwave dinner, like I was heating up a TV dinner, a hungry man. Beep, beep, beep. God, do people even call them TV dinners anymore? Gee, I'm getting old. Anyway, when it was doing that, you hit the back arrow on the upper left screen. It doesn't say back right now. It says home, but it will when it's beeping orange like that. You hit that twice, you clear out your faults, and then you move your hand away from the Bluetti. Do not touch the device. It will then eventually start to power up. You just gotta, like, stop pressing all the buttons and try to figure out, like you're MacGyver defusing a bomb, how you're gonna do this in under 30 seconds and get this thing to work. You need to just let it be, and you'll find that the power, the wattage intake starts getting higher and higher and higher, and from being at 30-something% to being at 200 to 300 to 4 in the 430s of the AC intake. Now it's looking healthy. Now it's getting where it needs to be. So a lot of this is just consistency and just, you know, it's researching, but a lot of these people didn't lead me to the answers. I do believe my prayer had a great deal to do with it. I also believe my research had a great deal to do with not teaching kind of what not to do. These people all went too far, or they went the distance, but they didn't show how they got there, if that makes any sense. The videos basically didn't make sense. Best thing I'd say, leave it in the AC port, leave it inside the house, somewhere it won't get dusty. You don't want to leave it up in a shed or a garage or anywhere where it's going to get all nasty. Okay, you want it just in a regular environment that you would live in. So inside your house or apartment or whatever, you plug it into the AC outlet and you let it power up. And I just peaked. Now we're at 15% and growing. So we're getting there, guys. So don't give up. I know it's frustrating, but hopefully this journey helped you, letting you know that sometimes your best option is just leaving it plugged into the AC, because you don't want the battery to flatline all the way out like mine did. But if it does, leave it plugged into the AC outlet of the house for 18 hours. Then turn it back on, clear the faults immediately, and watch it charge. We fixed our Bluetti all by ourselves. Me, myself, and I. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like for more. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section there. I'll be happy to have a look at those questions, see if I can answer them. Serious inquiries only, obviously. But yeah, I'm getting pretty good at this stuff. Thank you for watching. Make sure and comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notifications bell for more updates. And if you're not already part of our family, I mean, we got a variety of shows on here. Just watch, because really, it's alive. And so is my Bluetti.